we've already tore down, and gonna reuse this lumber. Take a magnet and pick all this junk up. I'm gonna stand this up. I'm gonna put on time lapse. Now it's time to cut off these tall posts. Good morning, Resourceful Living Homestead. I'm Brian. This project, I went down and got four 4x4s from a project we've already tore down, and gonna reuse this lumber. I need to build a stand for a rabbit hutch. It would be for that grow out box right there that we got from Jerry Butler Farms, and trying to find all the scrap wood I can. So let's see what we can put together. First thing, I gotta get all these fencing nails out of this wood so I don't cut into it with a saw blade. Okay. Well, let me get a punch where I can dig these up. This is boring, ain't it? Let's come back. Now I got all the fence staples out. Take a magnet and pick all this junk up. It's hard to pick it all up with your fingers anyway. Okay, those are cleaned up. Now we need to go find some boards. Let's go for a ride on group. Well, as you can see, got a little bit of work to do to reclaim these boards. I got to get some of these nails out. So that'll be a process I don't want to bore you through. So let me get the nail out of these boards and then we'll start to build. So these measurements, again, are just winging it. I'm kind of doing a reverse design from the rabbit hutch I built with this hutch. Since the cage is already built, I'm building this to cradle that cage, where I built the other hutch as one unit. This is going to be really just legs and a place to put trays to catch their compost and cradle the cage in a top section. So that is what the plan is. I've already mitered the sideboards. And the length. And then I'll do the same with that set of legs to put it together and stand this thing up. And when I do that, then I can build the cradle that is going to hold the cage. So, just off the top of my head, these are 66 3/4 in length. That's 24 3/4 in length. That's due to the cage. It has nothing to do with something I drew out. I'm just building this to that. And we'll time lapse this and start again. All right, we got part of the framing done on both the legs. And I'm gonna stand this up and I'm gonna put on time lapse again. Magic. Just like that. I got the floor in for the pans. I don't have it screwed down. These are not put in yet, but these are still just what you seen earlier. And me putting the bottom together, same thing right here. My wife helped me put this in, of course, she had to make it perfect. And I gotta bend this board. I have a board bender. Da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da. See how perfect she put that in there? She leaves me the dirty end. Okay. I hope it's ratchet strap. To be continued. Okay, my little brain is trying to figure something out. This might be the worst game of monkeys in football you ever seen. Whew! I'll be that gum. It worked. It is just as flush as Kathy's side. Not to be outdone. You check that out. What ingenuity. Oh, measurements won't be at the bottom because I don't have any. I just wing it with what makes sense to me. If you need measurements, I will gladly give them to you. I'll measure it. Right now, I can tell you the inside is 67. Like I said before, the only measurement I cared about was that rabbit hutch. It is 67, so it's going to slide up in here and fit. I do have to put some retainers on each side, but it's going to set perfect here and just needs a support in the center. That's the reason why I can't give you measurements, because I'm building it off of that hutch. This whole thing is 74 1/4. It is 28 wide, outside to outside. And heck, let's keep building, see if we can make this thing. Again, Kathy had this side perfect. And I gotta pull this side in about 1/4 of an inch. So let's get back to our monkeys and football game here. I figure out what I did last time. We'll go up a little bit high. Well, I'll say that. Probably about the same height it was. Hook the strap. Keep the strap tight. Hook the hook. Figure if you think you'd have thunk I worked in a, wow, pulled that in a little bit too tight. In a shop, I did. As y'all know, diesel mechanicing for all the years, and that's the only thing that gets me by with what makes sense. If I was building a metal frame, it would have, we'd definitely have gussets off of each side, so we'd have a square diamond. That's what I'm actually making right now, but wood I can bend. I got a wood bender. So this is perfect. I think we are good to go. It needs to tap out, just a touch. Got it. My side is just as good as Kathy's side. Shoot ya. All I can hear is Rick Derringer, 𝐂𝐎𝐿. This has been a good project. And the battery's dead. So I will get another battery and continue this. Take this off now. That worked perfect. And hopefully, when it comes back, we'll just be setting the rabbit hutch up in here and see how it looks. So I got my pieces that I'm putting inside for support. I already set screws in them. And halfway point looks about right there because I'm a genius. That'll hold that side. Let's see, this looks about halfway right there. Okay, so if everything I did's right measurement wise, cage is going to come in and slide in perfect. It's going to catch here, it's going to catch here. This is wider than the cage, so it's going to catch here and there. We hope. To be seen, so hold tight. Okay, I got the cage. Hopefully I can pick the stupid thing up. It's pretty heavy, but if the measurement's right, what I measured that to this, we should be able to slide this in. Oh man. Just like it's factory. There it is. It is in place. Now, this up here, I'll cut a pitch and make it go down. We'll have a little lean-to on top of it so rain will shed, but that is the rabbit grow out hutch. Down here we collect manure, use it for compost. We got bins that we slide up underneath here. You've seen on the other build. This was different. I just had to build a frame. We had the Hutch give to us, so a lot easier. But I don't think it weighs any less. I go heavy duty, so there it is. Okay, we're at the point of getting ready to put a roof on this, and I'm going to do a 2x6 in the front header. I've got it up here getting ready to zip it down, and 2x4 on the back header, and that should be enough pitch for rain. And let's start getting these headers and rafters put in. All right, time to make rafters. Okay, gonna cut the rafters to go in between there. I think I'm only gonna need 2 because I'm gonna lay OSB across it and then 10 across that, but I need to know my pitch. So this is set on the pitch that I need, and that is showing me I am about a 3-degree pitch. On a 3-degree pitch. Okay, tighten that down. All right, we got them cut on a 3-degree, and let's just see how this fits. That started right here is where it needs to be the middle of. Take a hammer and do that. Okay. Okay, we got our boards. This is my center, and see if the pitch is right. Oops, maybe too far. I don't know, it feels pretty flush. Looks like my pitch is good. Well, that little dial helps out a bunch. Right on. Now let's get the other one set in here. Okay, we got the rafters in. Now it's time to cut off these tall posts and get ready to sheet metal this top. So I got my 10 for the roofing. I'm getting ready to cut these in 44-inch sections. That'll give me a roughly 8-inch overhang on each side. A little protection. Awesome. 2 more. Got the last one cut. after we got them cut, we got them laid up here. My wife has helped me pop straight line so we can put in our screws. All right, guys, that is
This time,
the final product.
just have them, I mean,
Hutch is ready.
they could be having babies any day now,
Until next time.
so.
And that wraps up this video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch more of our videos. Bye.